Good morning, everybody. Crypto STRANG here. Just wanted to today go over basically Oracle network alternatives to the big one, Chainlink. I've mentioned Chainlink obviously many times. It's my number 3 holding out of all my altcoins. It's obviously done fantastic since I first got involved with it. It's 40 cents, but it's gone rapid up the charts. When I first got into Chainlink, it was ranked just about 53, 54. And here we are today, ranked number 7, $10.73. Market cap is approaching 4 billion. You know, the circulating supply is 350 million, total supply is a billion, so basically a third out there. So still quite a bit more to come out, but obviously recently you can see by the charts, you know, we've nearly got to $20. At the moment we're $10.73, but even so it's had a rapid growth. So naturally for quite a while I've been looking at alternatives, you know, the next up and coming one, the altcoin gems. So again, I've mentioned some of these before, but it's basically 4 here that I'm going to continuously buy. And there's also another 2 which look like they've got some good potential, but the 4 I'm going to mention mainly, they're the ones that I'm going to buy continuously. Now, again, I know I've mentioned Tellor many times. Currently $22.68. I've done a video back in July, right at the beginning of July, and it was $7. Little did we know it was going to have such a rapid growth that it went up to $88, I believe, was its all-time high. Absolutely incredible. And I did sell, I took some profits because I knew it was such a rate. We're going like 50% per day at one point. And then we've had quite a big dump, haven't we, in September. And at the moment, it's still $22.68. So it's still 3 times what I started when at the beginning of July. So it's still had rapid growth. The market at the moment's over 33 million. When obviously reached $89, had a big market, was over 100 million. It had gone into the top 100. But I really think that Tellor has got some excellent chances here of really being a big competitor to Chainlink. The thing the reason I first got into Tellor really, because I saw a load of posts on Medium, etc., a lot on Twitter, was the limited supply. The circulating supply at the moment is only 1,472,000, but the total supply at the moment is 1,558,000, and they gradually release them as people mine Tellor. So that's what I really liked it. So it's basically a proof of network. They've just launched Tellor 2.0. And they've got a partnership with Linear Finance, and I'm sure because it's a relatively new project, I'm very confident they're going to get a lot of partnerships. So I think it's a wonderful project. It's based in America. It's a decentralized Oracle. It aims to address Oracle problem on the Ethereum network. Now, if we go back to the interview I did with Nick Fett back on 20th of August, very fascinating to see their plans. I really enjoyed that, and that's made me even more pumped about Tellor after we did the chat. And when we done the chat, he basically saying that they wasn't going to pay the obscene absorbent fees to get on these exchanges where they demand so much. And he said they will basically then come to us if they want us. Now, since then, they've actually been launched on the probably biggest one, BINANCE, you know, and also on Huobi, OKX, where before they were on very few exchanges. So, again, they've had an incredible year. You know, I say it was $7 in July. This time last year, I think it was about 60 cents. You know, and the factory went up to, nearly $90. Last month, absolutely incredible. So again, absolutely unbelievable. So I'll continuously buy Tellor, especially as I say, we've gone down to $22.68. It's still obviously very high compared to what it was, but back in July. But even so, I'm really pumped about this project. Ranked 181. Again, like I always say, with all these cryptos, you do your own research, not financial advice, because as we know, it's such a speculative market, and it is literally like the wild west sometimes, it seems, because these projects have massive pumps. They dump, like who would have thought we'd have had this dump of all the altcoins in the cryptocurrency market? Who thought we'd drop 50 billion, in just over a week? It is what in the crypto world, so you must do your own research. Never put in money you can't afford to lose. And I say that all the time, but I think it's important to say that. The reason I'm sort of more pumped about these projects, I think because Chainlink has done so well, it's obviously a need out there. Probably the most valuable commodity out there on the internet, but it's for the data to be certain, secure, correct. So naturally, we're going to get decentralized Oracle networks and a lot of competition. These what these projects are in development because there is such a need for it. As I say, many Oracle providers that we're sort of, these are my ones I'm really just hyped for the future, and they're all like decentralized Oracle networks, and they're naturally going to grow with the requirement to say the partnership as blockchain expands. It's just a natural progression for all these projects to develop and the need for them, and there will be some up and coming ones, some real low cap gems which are going to smash through the market, and they're the ones that we're trying to find. I've done quite a lot of research over the last week, and I found a couple of low cap ones. But even so, there's still a lot more out there, you know, and I really, really want to find those absolute wonderful gems. So, moving on from Tellor, I put the link below for the Tellor interview again in case you haven't watched that. Fascinating to hear their project. Going to Band, which again I've mentioned before, it enables smart contract applications such as DeFi. It's really focused on DeFi and it's done fantastic with the competing Chainlink. At the moment, it's ranked 73. It's been a lot higher than this. It really has, you know, and it was doing fantastic, you know, it smashed through the top 20, you know, it was just doing so well. And it probably is Chainlink's biggest competitor at the moment. It's a cross-chain data oracle network that aggregates and connects real-world data API to smart contracts. It's gone to many, many exchanges over the last few months. It's now on like OKX. I saw it on Coinbase Pro, BitHum is on, BINANCE. So Band is making some excellent progress. And when you go on their website, bandprotocol.com, you scroll through and you see all the parts of it. It really does look like, you know, I'm sure it don't want to be compared, but it literally is Chainlink 2, the way the site's laid out and their plans and how they work. I know that's the way the Oracle network works basically, but it really looks so similar, and I think it's just a completely fantastic project for the future. Who knows price predictions, you know, Chainlink, I've seen some crazy predictions, you know. I think the next bull run, it will easily smash through the top $100. Again, that's not financial advice. I think that's quite easy. But I think Tellor one day, because of the low supply, the price, who could speculate on Tellor? I personally would be surprised if we saw $200, $300, even $500 at the next bull run. I was around the last bull run, and some of the projects which had no use case or no genuine real purpose did absolutely incredible prices. You know, when you get a full-on bull run, even the most minute, small, you know, little projects do well, but the ones who've actually got genuine use cases and have actually got partnerships and develop well do absolutely fantastic. So Band Protocol, again, what, you know, price could be whatever you want to say really, because we just don't know. Who's to say that Oracle networks might be the thing in blockchain and cryptocurrency? So again, it's all about doing your own research really. Again, I think Band has got fantastic. Look, check out the website though. So much information on the Band Protocol. Project I've just literally got into really was DOS Network. It's ranked 363. You can see that, you know, the market cap's just over 17 million. The only downside was the supply. You can see it's approaching 136 million total supply. Those 900, well, nearly 950 million. So a lot of it is not out there, and so again, that's where you got to think about the price. But you can see there's approaching 13 cents. Its all-time high was actually last month, August 13, actually reached 39 cents. But when you think that back in March it was 0.0008, now that is huge profit. For it went from 0.0008 to 39 cents in basically 5 months. So again, I didn't get it at that time, wish I had obviously. That is incredible. So DOS, I say it's like all the other decentralized Oracle services, really purports to bring real-world data, event, computation power, smart contracts in secure, reliable, efficient, scalable way. You know, again, one thing about DOS Network, it's not on many exchanges at all. It really is very limited. It's like on, where did I see it? It was on BKX, Polynex, Bitmax. It was on another, and a couple of obscure ones. But it's not on many networks, but exchanges. But I think this is a wonderful project. Again, looks really good. And I'm going to really stock up and get a big bag of DOS and just see how they develop. I think it's great. You go on their website again, DOS.network, and you see, and it states there, decentralized Oracle service network to boost blockchain, usability of real-world data and computation power. So as long as it keeps developing and does well, that price, you know, to think where we've gone in March to when in August is just absolutely unbelievable. We're back down to 12 cents, but still, even if we forgot about the all-time high, we've gone from 0.008 in March to 12 cents in September. So again, I think it's one certainly to keep on your radar. And he goes through what the innovations are and everything about them, and the use cases, which always stay so damn important, you know. And you've got there so much use case and strategic partners. Look at all those, you know, projects are also like IOST. You know, there's Quark Chain there. They're also involved with the exchanges themselves, Bitmax, BKX. You see all the exchanges they've got on partnerships, strategic partnerships. Look at their roadmap. They're going to do an updated roadmap, hopefully soon. I'm sure they will. Sort of read somewhere they're going to do an updated roadmap. But I'm sure they do it anyway. Research integrate the Cosmos SDK and substrate framework to upgrade to cross-chain Oracle. So again, DOS Network, keep that on your radar. I think it's really good. Now the next one, I've never owned this before, but it's been around quite a long while. And the fact it's still around after last bull run and it's still ranked very well, ranked 165, is fantastic to me. So its current price, you can see there, just over 12 cents. Circulating supply and total supply, majority is out there, 321 million. Total supply is 367 million. So again, the fact it's been around so long, and the fact is that it's 12 cents now, it was 5 cents back in March, but its all-time high right at the end of the last bull run, April 2018, $5.69. The fact it's still developing, still doing well is another one for me that I'm really hyped about. This one, I'm getting more of it. It's on many exchanges actually. It's on Hotbit, BINANCE, Huobi, Probit, OKX, and some others. You know, so and AE Aeternity focus on high bandwidth transactions, purely functional smart contracts, decentralized oracles. Aeternity has state channels to enable off-chain smart contract settlements. So it's just another project that, to me, you know, obviously Oracle Networks, I say there's going to be a lot of projects coming out because of the hype of Chainlink, due to the fact it's a genuine use case. But existing projects which have been around a long time, which have survived, you know, this terrible bear market we've been in, to me, it's another one I just really am interested for the long term. States there, blockchain for scalable, secure, and decentralized apes. DApps, basically, they called it apes, they've called for Eternity. And it states there, why is it so innovative? Read the white paper, the use cases. Below are a few use cases that would be highly beneficial for most organisations: documents, contracts, invoices, receipts, DeFi, payments, loans, shares, voting, governance, identity, IoT, blockchain identities, and hardware games. So you scroll through and you can really see, and you can see there, you know, the initial company was actually formed in 2016. And then obviously got the crowdfunding going, etc., with Bitcoin and Ethereum in 2017, and it's grown and grown. So 2020 plus, forecast for million app transactions by legal blockchain entities. So again, it's just another one to keep on your radar. You know, do your own research, see if you fancy the projects like I do. I think it's a really solid project for the future. Two projects, so they're the four that I'm focused on. You know, I've owned Chainlink for a long while. I'm going to buy some more Tellor. I sold it when I took profits. You know, after that last interview, I had to really, because it was just such a rapid growth. So I took some profits. I'm going to buy some more Tellor. Obviously, buy some more Band, DOS, and Eternity. New projects for me, so I'm going to get a bag of those each. So, two projects that I have not bought any, but look solid, was DIA, ranked 368. Now, the trouble with DIA to me was, again, looks a real good project. Look for their website, read up quite a bit on it. It does look a real good project, but for me, it's quite a new project, but to me the supply and total supply is really, really low. You know, reported circulating supply, according to CoinMarketCap, is just over 8 million. But the circulating supply is just over 10 million. But regardless of that, the total supply is actually going to be 200 million. So I need to find out when they're releasing them gradually. Are they holding back for the investors, the owners, or whatever? But that's, to me, something I always focus on, that when you talk about price and profits in the future, and for longevity, there's such a minimal amount at the moment. The market cap is just approaching 17 million. So it does look a great project, but to me, I'm just going to monitor this one. But again, you read up and it does look great. Now, the other one was ZAP, ranked 372, close to deer in the charts. Circulating supply basically half, so that's pretty good. Market cap is very much similar to DIA, 16 million. Well, it looks a good project. I read up on it and their plans, etc. But I'll quickly show you their website, zab.org. There wasn't much on there, to be honest. It wasn't the best laid out website I thought I could find, to be honest. Even, like, don't be pedantic, but even the copyright is still saying 2019, you know. And these is a very basic website, so, you know, none of my business, not here to criticise, but to me, it does look a good project, and I will monitor it, but the website doesn't look the best, let's be honest. So anyway, there's my favourite Oracle providers. Also some up-and-coming ones that I want to keep an eye on. Let me know your favourite ones. It'd be lovely to hear from you. I believe Oracle Network is just a genuine use case, and it's going to have massive potential, and I really do believe in that. You know, you just see what's happened to Chainlink this year, smashing through the top 10. I think these other projects, not saying they're going to be in the top 10, but I think they're going to have a great future, especially over the next few years. I think it's going to be a wonderful project. So thanks very much, guys and girls. Anyone want any help, as always, email me info@cryptostrang.com. Thanks very much. Cheers. Bye.